let the truth be told.
Drama is TNT NBA Thursday.
Happy holidays from all of us here at TNT. And Steve, as you know, that is the aquarium in downtown Houston on a balmy 62-degree night. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, and Craig Sager as we welcome you back at halftime. The Rockets with a 38-34 lead, and not a pretty night for either club. San Antonio at 33% from the field, and Houston at 35%.
It's not pretty, Marv, but I think Houston is doing exactly what they want to do. Remember, Jeff Van Gundy before the game said we've got to keep them out of the paint and we've got to rebound. Well, they're out-rebounding the Spurs, and they're really controlling that penetration, and that has led to an excellent defensive effort. And if they can continue that and get the scoring of Yao Ming and McGrady that they got in the second quarter, they could win this game.
And a good run of the second quarter by the Rockets, led by Yao and Tracy McGrady. They had 19 of Houston's last 23 points.
Yeah, McGrady, you could see the change in his demeanor towards the end of the quarter. He got a couple of jump shots to go down, and all of a sudden that freed up the middle for Yao Ming to go to work. So those two guys did come alive in the second quarter.
Now let's take a look at the Dodge game summary. We talked about the shooting. There you see it. Spurs 13 of 40 from the field. Rockets just 14 of 40. San Antonio, though, helped with 4 from downtown. You see the Rockets with the edge off the board. 6 blocks for San Antonio. Moments ago, Craig talked with Spurs head coach Greg Popovich.
Well, statistically, these are the two best defensive teams in the league, but with no fast break points and only 8 points in the paint, what do you have to do to get more out of your offense?
I think that Jeff and I are both wondering that. Pretty good defensive teams, but can't throw it in the ocean.
When you guys play each other, it's usually a defensive battle. Do you expect more of the same in the second half, or do you make big adjustments?
No, we have to be who we are, and we can't just, change the system all of a sudden and become a Phoenix or a Dallas or a Seattle. We are who we are, and either get it done or you don't.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you, Mark.
All right, thanks, Craig. I thought Greg captured the play in the first half.
Now, if you look up the term straight shooter in the dictionary, I think Greg Popovich's picture is next to it.
Tim Duncan, with only his 3rd field goal, he is 3 of 11. He now has 8 points. So Houston up by 2 as this third quarter gets underway. Yao Ming spinning and scores.
It's quite a move. Nesterovic did a nice job defensively. They're forcing Yao Ming off the block, but big fella showed his touch.
San Antonio at 16 and 4. They had an 8-game win streak stopped at home last night by Seattle. The Sonics went to 16 and 3. Here's Duncan. One-handed by Soar. Rockets come in at 8 and 11. They won their last 2 after dropping 5 straight. Wins over Philadelphia and New Orleans. They double up on McGrady as DeNoble came over to help. Here's McGrady drawing the foul. So Tracy will head for the line.
McGrady was bailed out there by Nesterovic, but Bowen did an excellent job there. He did what players call pull the chair out from under the offensive player. McGrady was anticipating the contact, and you'll see on the replay, watch Bowen just back up. McGrady anticipates, Bowen backs up. McGrady's off balance, and they get Nesterovic for the foul.
Bruce Bowen last year, all defensive first team for the first time. He was second team the 3 previous years, and as Tracy McGrady saw in the early going, he is relentless.
He is relentless, and I was mistaken. They actually called the foul on Bowen there, which is his 3rd, and that's rather important. Popovich would love to keep Bowen on Tracy McGrady the whole half if he could.
Now, not able to get to it. Good bounce out by Duncan. And Tony Parker says, let's regroup. Parker uses the pick. Nesterovic comes back to Nesterovic.
Well, rebounding has been a problem for Houston. First half, they did a nice job, 26-21, but here in the third quarter, they've already given up a couple of offensive rebounds.
Duncan around Sura, and the pass picked off. Here's Sura ahead of the field. Ginobili with the block. Sura thought it was a foul. You can hear the reaction from the crowd. Oh, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by McGrady.
Was Bobby Sura fouled? He gets the semi-breakaway, but Ginobili's in great position. And, you know, he gets a piece of his hand that's sometimes called, sometimes not.
Parker and Ginobili in the backcourt. Duncan with Nesterovic and Bowen up front. Duncan not able to hit. Now reaching for it. Here comes McGrady. McGrady met by Ginobili. Howard. And Bowen taking a swipe in the direction of Yao Ming. He felt he was being held by Yao.
Got to be careful doing that these days. We've seen a lot of technical fouls called on that play recently.
Duncan heads to the line.
You see Bowen getting the rebound and a little hand in there by Yao, and it looked like he just avoided that full elbow that can cost a lot of guys these days.
Foul on Juwan Howard. Tim Duncan at the line. He hit his first two. Last year, Duncan was a 59% free throw shooter. He's up to 65 this year. Steve, do you detect Tim doing anything different? Or is it just circumstantial?
You know, I think if there's anything, he's getting a little more arc on the ball. Traditionally, his free throws have been amongst the flattest in the league. And you know, the coaching staff has tried for years to try to get a little more arc on that shot. And I think he's done that this year. You can't tell by much, but it's just a hint. And I think that's helping him quite a bit.
Well, Tim is now 4 of 4 at the line.
So much of it is your mindset. And when Tim gets off to a good start, makes a couple, he's likely to have a pretty good night. It's when he misses a couple that he starts to think about it, like most free throw shooters.
Sura swinging in on Bowen. And you notice Greg Popovich has switched Bowen off McGrady. He does not want Bowen to pick up a fourth foul.
But Bobby Sura didn't seem to mind having Bowen on him. Beautiful move there.
Here's Duncan. Oh, a facial served up at Yao Ming.
Oh, my.
Rockets up by 4. We're early in the third. Now Ginobili defending on McGrady. This is Ryan Bowen. Shot clock to 6. Howard rejected by Duncan. That's number 4 for Duncan. He leads the break. It's a 3-on-2. Ginobili was tripped. Foul on McGrady, who does not like the call. No, they say Bowen on the foul, not McGrady. Ryan Bowen picks up his second.
Well, Bowen and McGrady don't like the call, but you'll see here, Ginobili just trips over Bowen, and generally, if that happens, you're going to get a call because Ginobili's heading to the rim. Rockets fans won't like it. It's probably a little ticky-tack, but that's a play that is usually called.
Ginobili with the step, met by Yao, and then nice play by Bowen. Last touch by Ryan Bowen.
You can see why Houston is amongst the league leaders in defensive field goal percentage. When you have a guy like Yao Ming meeting you with penetration at the rim, awfully difficult to get that shot over him.
Devin Brown returns, replacing Bruce Bowen. Duncan moving to his left. Rebounded by Yao Ming.
Just can't find any rhythm tonight. Duncan struggling with that little jump hook that he usually makes.
Here's Juwan Howard. And a loose ball foul. It's called on the Spurs.
Loose ball foul number 8, Rasho Nesterovic.
It is on Nesterovic. That's his third. Rasho Nesterovic, in his second year with San Antonio, signed as a free agent after 5 years with Minnesota last season, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 2 block shots per game. Spurs are satisfied with his play. They'd like to see more from him this year. We talked earlier about the fact he played only 11 minutes last night. Here's Sora and Yao Ming able to put it down. Yao Ming 1 of 5 from the field in the first quarter. Since then, he's hit all 5 of his shots, and the Rockets lead by 6.
I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but it was a great play by Sura getting to the rim and allowing Yao Ming to get the slam dunk.
However, Tim Duncan right back. Duncan has 14. Yao leads the way with 17. They collapse on Yao, spins, he's blocked, he comes right back, and he draws the foul.
The type of aggressiveness that Jeff Van Gundy has been hoping for from Yao Ming for a long time, and he's battling down there. Give him credit. The guy's got great hands, great feet. This is what happens to him a lot. He gets that first one blocked, but you've got to love the effort there. Offensive rebound and then go strong to the hole, draw the foul.
Steve, we talked about this last week when we did the Dallas-Houston telecast. Jeff Van Gundy telling us that Yao lets previous plays, which haven't gone well, affect his next play. And Jeff also said, you know, he's listening to too much advice because he's such a good guy. And Jeff Van Gundy says Yao Ming has to figure it all out by himself.
He said superstar players, which he's hoping Yao Ming will become, superstar players figure it out through experience. And they've got physical advantages over everybody. They've got to understand how to play the game to take advantage of those physical abilities.
See the double on Duncan, and a foul is called. Ryan Bowen came over to help, made contact. So the Rockets with their 3rd team foul.
It's been fun to watch Yao Ming progress the last couple of years. You see him getting better and better, but you still see so much room for improvement. So he is still a work in progress, but what a great young man and a great talent.
That counts in the foul. The foul on Sora. He pushed Duncan. Duncan still able to get the shot away, and he is headed back to the line.
Watch Duncan seal his man here. He seals Juwan Howard, which allows Nesterovic the passing lane. And how about this finish here? Sura grabs the right arm, so he just flings it up with the left, gets it to go. Amazing. He's missed so many easy ones tonight. Now he knocks that one down.
Tim is 4 of 4 at the line.
Just so strong, though. You saw how he just manhandled Juwan Howard down there. And ultimately, that's why I think he's the MVP of the league, with apologies to Kevin Garnett. But he's just so physical down on the block and controls games in close, whereas Garnett's more of a perimeter guy and an all-around player.
San Antonio with 11 points in this 3rd quarter. Tim Duncan has all 11. Off the steal. Here comes Parker. Rockets get back. Brown passed on the 3.
Guy's been red hot for a couple weeks. Shoot the ball.
And as Duncan makes his move, he's held. Foul on Yao Ming. That's his 2nd.
There's a thing about being unselfish to a fault, and I think Kevin Brown there probably should have taken the shot. Shooting a shot when it's open gives your offense rhythm and gives the team a flow.
Rockets in the penalty, talking about the consistency of Tim Duncan. His numbers have not changed much.
They haven't changed, and if you're wondering about the 25 versus 23, the only numbers that stand out really in terms of differences, I believe that was the year he shot 79% from the foul line. So he had one terrific year shooting the ball from the line. He's struggled since, but a guy who goes to the line that often, you know, a 10% swing either way is going to result in a lot of points.
6-time All-Star, has been the most valuable player 2 of the last 3 seasons. Well, that's the first free throw he's missed after hitting 6 in a row. Duncan with 12 points in 6 minutes of play in the 3rd. McGrady with a very difficult shot over Devin Brown.
Now you see Popovich now going with Brown, where he had, he had Brent Berry on him in the first half. He's trying to save Bruce Bowen to cover him in the fourth quarter. Let's see if he can get away with it.
And Ginobili for a short period of time.
Ginobili as well, yes.
Shot clock down to 5. Brown. Brown is rejected. McGrady with the lead. Howard not able to handle it. And Tracy is saying, why didn't I take the shot myself?
And he throws the lob to a guy who probably would have caught that 5 years ago. But in the meantime, this guy, Tim Duncan, with the unbelievable left-hand finish.
And it counts.
Wish I could go to California.
Why don't you?
Can't leave all this.
Thank you.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Dakota. With the only V8 under 20,000 and best-in-class torque and towing of over 7,000 pounds, why not take it with you?
From Philips comes the only flat TV with built-in ambient light technology, which changes color with whatever you're watching, so you are completely surrounded by the experience. The new Philips Flat TV with Ambilight.
Get red-hot deals during the sizzling weekend sale at Radio Shack. Our exclusive Zip Zaps Micro RC starter kits make great gifts. Now buy 2, get 1 free. This weekend, right in your neighborhood.
Only at Radio Shack. Woo!
Who's got a ticket? I'm looking for 1.
2 tickets. I need 2 tickets. I gotta see the Lakers. I gotta see the Lakers.
I don't care where I sit. Just get me in the building.
We need Wolves tickets. Help me out. Anyone.
1 ticket!
Don't be left out. To get your tickets to any NBA game, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or go to NBA.com because there's nothing like being there live and cheering on your favorite team.
This place is going crazy.
The NBA on TNT. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NBA. And by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge.
That's a matchup of premier big men here tonight. Tim Duncan getting 12 of his 18 points here in the third quarter, starting to get going, although been a struggle, 6 for 17 on the night. Meanwhile, Yao Ming having a big game, 19 points, 7 boards, and showing a lot of aggressiveness. The slam dunk here off the feed from Searle. Yao Ming has been to the line, Marv, 8 times, which is significant for him. He hasn't gone to the free throw line a lot this year, so when he shows this type of aggressiveness, this is exactly what is going to make him eventually an all-star, a very dominant big man.
Rockets now lead at 50-46. 5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Here's Bowen, who just returned from downtown. That's his favorite spot. Loves the 3 from the corner, although he dropped off last season. 2 years ago, led the NBA shooting 44% from downtown. Last year down to 36, but perhaps as a result of that 3-point shot being off, he improves his mid-range game. Here's McGrady, and Brown able to scoop it up. 3-on-1, Bowen. Pass thrown behind him, so Bowen had an attempt to adjust, and it was deflected out of bounds.
Spurs can't seem to get anything going, but you're right, Mark. Bowen has really improved that mid-range game, and he's been an excellent 3-point shooter the last couple of years. Our colleague, Sean Elliott, calls him the Roach, because he's always hanging out in the corner. Yeah, which he was really thrilled with.
Yes, that's nice.
And that's his spot, right in the corner.
All right, here comes Parker on another Houston turnover. Bowen taking all the way. And the Spurs recapture the lead.
You wondered why not foul him if you're Andre Barrett. Bowen has struggled in his career from the foul line. Make him earn it. Hack him.
First time San Antonio has led since back in the first quarter. Shot clock is down to 3. Here's McGrady off the fake. Rebounded by Duncan. Once again, San Antonio on the run. Brown taking all the way. Barrett got a piece of it. What a play by Andre Barrett. And back come the Rockets. Sure, not even looking for the shot. Yao rejected and fouled. He's blocked by Devin Brown.
Take a look at Andre Barrett at the other end of the floor. Great pick here by Malik Rose, allowing Devin Brown to get to the rim, but Barrett comes out of nowhere and just gets a piece of the ball. And Brown can't convert the fast break opportunity.
So Yao Ming to the line. He's hit 7 of 8. Coming up next, game 2 of TNT's Thursday night doubleheader. The Boston Celtics and the Portland Trailblazers from the Pacific Northwest. Kevin Harlan, Doug Collins will bring it to you. Celtics and the Blazers. We have 3.5 remaining in the third here in Houston. And the Spurs and Rockets are now tied. Scott Padgett checks in for the first time, replacing Bob Sura. Scott Padgett, 6-year man out of Kentucky in his second year with Houston after playing 4 seasons with Utah. Yao now has 21 points, and the Rockets lead by 1.
Barb, I'm impressed with the job Houston's bench has done. Barrett, Bowen coming in. Remember, Van Gundy was very concerned about the lack of energy with this team. These guys have really brought a new sense of aggressiveness to this lineup.
Shot clock rolling down. Walker gets it out. Here's Brown. That's a 2-pointer, had a foot on the line. Devin Brown just to beat the shot clock.
Boy, has he been hot here the last couple of weeks. Had a career high 24 last week, and he is just shooting the ball with confidence.
3 of 4 tonight, 6 points. Mo Taylor showing some footwork on Malik Rose. Rebounded by Parker. Rockets get back. Parker and Brown at the guards. Starovich, Rose, Bowen up front. So Tim Duncan getting a rest. Here's Parker. Rose changed his mind. Here's Brown wide open. Again a 2. He had foot on the line. Devin Brown continues the red-hot shooting. A 13-4 run by San Antonio.
And the play starts with the unselfishness of Tony Parker. He penetrates and finds Rose, who then moves the ball on.
And the foul called on Yao Ming. It's an offensive foul trying to set a pick.
Well, Devin Brown has been absolutely terrific for the Spurs this season. You see him knocking down the long 2, and then off the unselfish feed from Malik Rose. Here's another one.
I love this game because of the non-stop action.
Oh, very well played.
I'm not so sure about Jefferson.
You're no genius, are you? Listen, RJ has to meet the challenge. He can beat a guy from the arc. He can beat a guy from the arc. His team needs him more than ever. Air Max Baller and all things Nike basketball in the House of Hoops, only at Foot Locker.
Dude, what do you got in that thing?
I got an amp, guitar, surfboard, ladder, and 12 2x4s.
Velocity meets versatility. The all-new Hemi-powered Dodge Magnum. Open it up from either end. Dodge Magnum with 5-star, the highest frontal crash test rating.
There is a place where pre-owned and luxury come together, and that place is Riverside Infinity. This week, find great deals like these and more.
This 2003 Infiniti M45, fully loaded, is a great price. Save thousands off of this 2001 Hyundai XG300 and this 2003 Cadillac Escalade with all the luxury at an affordable price.
Riverside Infinity, Inland Empire's pre-owned resource. Riverside Infinity in the Riverside Auto Center.
Like snowflakes, every dream is different, which is why at Infinity's limited engagement winter event, there's a different Infinity for every dream.
The ring must be destroyed.
Experience the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring.
I cannot do this alone.
3 nights in a row. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Starting tomorrow night at 8, only on TNT.
Well, there's Devin Brown, who has been sizzling 4 for 5, 16 minutes of play. He's been doing this all season long. 3-year man from the University of Texas, San Antonio, their all-time leading scorer, and one of those rarities these days. He actually played 4 years of college ball.
2 years ago, he was playing for Fayetteville in the NBDL. Now he's starring on TNT. He's come a long way.
He was MVP and Rookie of the Year in the Development League. Malik Rose. And the long rebound is handled by Andre Barrett. Taylor with Paget. And Mutombo up front. Deflected out. Last touch by McGrady.
Marv, this is the way the Spurs have won a lot of games over the years. They may struggle offensively, but this man right here preaches grinding it out. He frequently will tell his team, don't worry if we're not scoring. We always can rely on our defense, and that's why I think they're the most consistent team in the league. They can defend night in and night out, and they have Tim Duncan.
Tim will be returning shortly, getting a rest. Had a good run in the third quarter. In fact, scored the first 12 points for San Antonio. Rose setting the screen. Here's Brown. Starovich is fouled.
Great feed by Brown. He's been knocking down jumpers. Now Houston has to honor that, so you see his ability to penetrate, finding Nesterovic under the rim.
Foul on Paget. Rush on Nesterovic with a field goal, 6 rebounds, but showing much more energy tonight. He's benched in the second half last night of the loss at home to the Sonics. Talking with Rick Popovich about Rasho Nesterovic. Said he's been tentative on offense. He has been disappointing defensively. And this after he did so well last season.
Had a terrific end to the season last year. Really picked up the Spurs defense. When Duncan went out, he really picked it up offensively. His numbers rose dramatically. He's a guy who's been streaky throughout his career. His confidence goes up and down. He has trouble from the foul line. Just 4 for 11 now on the year, but still a very effective player for San Antonio.
Barrett getting it to Mutombo, and a foul. He's hit from behind. Andre Barrett able to find Kevin Mutombo. We're down to 1:13 remaining in the third quarter. San Antonio with a 56-52 lead on the Rockets. The foul was called on Nesterovic. That is number 4. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, Craig Sager. First of our TNT doubleheader will be followed by Boston and Portland, 2 of the best defensive teams in the NBA. San Antonio at 16-4. They have won 8 of the last 9. Houston at 8-11. Off to the disappointing start. At one stretch, they dropped 5 in a row. They now have 1-2 straight. Being Philadelphia and New Orleans. They actually played well 3 games back. That was the overtime loss against the Mavs at Dallas. The shootout that took place between Dirk Nowitzki and Tracy McGrady.
There are encouraging signs, I think. It's a matter now of taking advantage of the little momentum that they do have.
Mobley lost his balance. Once again, Devin Brown is defending on Tracy McGrady. Here's Barrett to the crossover. Rebounded by Nesterovic.
it's been a struggle this entire third quarter for Houston trying to score points. But again, remember, Jeff Van Gundy told us that before the game. He said, I don't know if we can get to 50. Well, they barely got there.
Mobley had it knocked away. Shot clock down to 7. This is Ludwig. Check back in. Here's Brown for 3. Rose with the good attempt on the tip, and it comes back to Ludwig. And San Antonio will hold for a final shot of this third quarter. Rose comes out to set the screen. It is Udrih to the left hand. Beautifully done by the rookie from Slovenia. Final seconds of the quarter. Barrett did not realize it. So after 3, it's the Spurs 58, Rockets 54. High Point net. Yao Ming with 21, Tracy McGrady 16, Tim Duncan with 18 points, 12 of his 18 in the third.
In the 70s, he was the coolest guy alive. Now, hey, he's back.
You guys yanking my chain?
I didn't even know you had a chain.
In the biggest comedy event
thank you.
of the holiday season.
What's that on your head?
It's my hat.
Why don't you take it off?
I have no face.
Fat Albert.
I'm looking for Mr. Cosby.
Rated PG this Christmas, only in theaters.
Get ready for a whole new kind of Dodge. Introducing the all-new Magnum SXT. With a 3.5-liter high-output engine and all-speed traction control. Open it up and find a tri-fold cargo floor, unique access liftgate, even a powerful Boston acoustic sound system. Dodge Magnum SXT, a whole different ride. Velocity meets versatility. The all-new Magnum starting at $22,495, only at your Dodge dealer.
I say, get your shine on, get your shine on, get your shine on. So pimpin' style, man.
In this game, you got to remember one thing: never fold. Birdman love.
This Friday through Sunday, Zales is having the biggest sale of the season, where you can save up to 50%. Plus, take up to an extra $200 off every piece of jewelry in the store. This Friday through Sunday at Zales, the Diamond Store.
14 seconds.
What?
14 seconds, that's all they need.
They?
Hackers, friend. They get in, they intercept data, customer records, your mother's maiden name, they're everywhere.
But this has a security chip that encrypts all that.
Chips can be removed.
You remove it, it kind of self-destructs.
Self-destructs. You work for us?
Who's us?
Never mind.
The most secure wireless, only on a ThinkPad with Intel Centrino mobile technology.
That for the kids?
Yeah, I just got them some sweaters.
I just got us all on the Verizon Wireless Family Share Plan with N. That way they can talk to their friends all they want. Good luck with that.
Good luck with this.
Sign up for the Family Share Plan and the whole family can make unlimited in-calls to each other and any other Verizon Wireless customer from within the America's Choice coverage area. Plus, buy one LG VX3200 for $19.99 and get up to 3 free.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
On to the fourth quarter here at the Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. Rockets' last win over the Spurs, December of 2002, here in Houston. San Antonio has won the last 7 meetings, and the Spurs lead by 4.
Well, Houston has done everything that they could defensively and on the boards. They're holding their own there, 34-31 Spurs. They just can't seem to knock down a shot. 32%. And Of course, this Spurs defense has done that to a lot of people, but we'll see if Houston can get anything going here offensively in the fourth quarter.
San Antonio going to the trap at the start of the quarter. Here's McGrady, beautifully done. Tracy McGrady penetrating to bring the Rockets with it, too.
Van Gundy told us earlier he wants McGrady to use an attacking dribble, not a rhythm dribble. And there is a big difference. I think if you remember watching Michael Jordan, he always attacked people on the dribble.
Ginobili forcing that running hook. Sura and Barrett in the backcourt. McGrady moves up front. Down the front line with Taylor and Mutombo. Here's McGrady. Yes! Beautiful head fake on Ginobili. The game is tied at 58.
And that's why Tracy McGrady is the two-time defending NBA scoring champion. You saw him a moment ago get all the way to the rim. Now the post up. Of course, he can shoot threes, get to the line, and Barrett with the steal.
Here comes Barrett, 3-on-1. Nice feed, but Nesterovic rejects it. That's the fourth block shot for Rasho Nesterovic.
Watch the pass from Barrett. He loses the dribble a little bit there. Nice little feed, but if you're Bob Sura and you've got a 7-footer there, not a whole lot you can do unless you can jump over him and dunk it. And he couldn't quite do that, but great block by Nesterovic.
San Antonio with their 11th block shot. McGrady for 3. And a loose ball foul on Taylor.
And you see Popovich has gone back to Bowen to defend McGrady. 2 quick hoops. And the San Antonio coach is not going to mess around. He's got to get his best defender on him here in the fourth quarter.
Rockets and Spurs tied at 58. We're a minute and a half in, fourth quarter. Here's Bowen. Rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett on the run. McGrady met by Bowen. McGrady able to get to it. Bowen is playing with 3 fouls. Taylor. One-handed by Rose. Duncan back on the floor, guarded by Maurice Taylor. Duncan. And a loose ball foul, a push out on Rose.
It's been a struggle all night for Tim Duncan down on that block. That's a shot he normally hits, and he does an excellent job of passing the ball out of the double team and reposting, something he does as well as anybody in the league. Just hasn't been able to find the range tonight, and as a player, very difficult when you miss a lot of shots to get going. It just looks like that rim is smaller and smaller as the evening goes on.
Looked like Tracy McGrady took a shot. Trainer Keith Jones taking a look at Tracy, who's headed back to the locker room. Offensive foul is called on Sura. McGrady headed back to the Rocket locker room.
That's a tough blow. He knocked down the first 2 shots of the fourth quarter. The Rockets struggling to score as they have all season, but especially tonight, and they've got to have Tracy McGrady out there if they have any hope of winning this game.
Look at the 5 players on the floor here for the Rockets. There's not much scoring out there. Mutombo rebounds. You got Barrett at the point. You have Ryan Bowen, and Barrett fires one up. You have Mo Taylor, you have Bob Sura.
You're saying it's not the 27 Yankees?
And you have it can't be Mutombo. And here's Ginobili. He saw Mutombo. He changed his mind and dished it to Rose. And now they reset. Shot clock down to 6. 1 on the 24. Duncan, did he get it off in time? Yes, he did.
Got to give Houston a lot of credit here tonight, Marv. They are defending like crazy. I mean, this is a difficult lineup for Jeff Van Gundy to have out on the floor, but they're getting after it.
San Antonio 0 for 5 from the field here in this fourth quarter. Game is tied at 58.
All right, a little further.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Santa baby, just slip a sable under tree.
What do you think, huh?
Been an awful good Santa baby.
Sometimes the best part of giving is the thank you you'll be receiving. The Unwrap at Jaguar holiday sales event is on now. See your local Jaguar dealer for exceptional lease and finance offers.
My K-Swiss. Put your spin on it. Spin it like this.
This is my twist.
Put your spin on it.
The new K-Swiss. Customize it.
Put your spin on it.
Detail it.
Put your spin on it.
Lots of options. Carolina. Red.
Blue.
Pink.
Green.
I wear my K-Swiss.
Put your spin on it. Put your spin on it. K-Swiss.
The ring must be destroyed.
Experience the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring.
I cannot do this alone.
3 nights in a row. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Starting tomorrow night at 8, only on TNT.
The new double pastrami burger from Carl's Jr. Because delis don't have drive-thrus.
It is written in Chapter 2, Section 7 of the Superhero Handbook. A hero must have a special suit, a super crew. But most importantly, he must have a super ride that's fast and beautiful and powerful. The 2005 V6 Nissan Altima.
A look at downtown Houston. Rockets and Spurs tied at 58, 8:33 to go in this fourth quarter. National coverage of the NBA continuing this week. Tomorrow, Twinville on ESPN. Starting 7:30 Eastern Time, Philadelphia at Chicago, Portland at Utah. Then Saturday on NBA TV, Sacramento playing at Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Yao Ming, who just returned, had the ball knocked out of his hands by Malik Rose, so the Rockets have 6 on the shot clock.
Well, Sacramento sure has played well since that 0-3 start. They're back to their running and gunning selves.
13-5, they've won 5 in a row. Here's Sura. Yes, that's a two-pointer. So the Rockets have outscored the Spurs 6-0 in this fourth quarter.
Good to see one team finally reach 60. I watched Phoenix and the Lakers last night. It was 67-61 at halftime. Here we are midway through the fourth, and we finally get to 60.
And as you saw, Tracy McGrady back on the Houston bench. Here's Bowen. Bruce Bowen has tied the game at 60. 7 points for Bowen. Rockets have Barrett at the point. They have Barrett, Sur at the guards. Yao Ming, Ryan Bowen, Mo Taylor up front. Stolen by Manu Ginobili. Duncan played by Yao. Here's Duncan. Loose ball foul. Stay right here, says the outside official. Tom Washington. Foul on Taylor. That's his third.
And you see Yao Ming now guarding Tim Duncan. Jeff Van Gundy not wanting to cover him with his big man early in the game, but fourth quarter, you're going to see these two guys go at it quite a bit one-on-one.
Tracy McGrady checks back in. For more on Tracy, let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, we saw Tracy McGrady take that hard fall in the first quarter, but however, this injury was not related to it. He said he just got sudden stomach cramps, so went back to the locker room with the trainer, worked on, did a few stretching exercises, then came back and said he feels a lot better, so nothing serious.
All right, thanks, Craig. We thought he took a shot. He went down and then was hunched over on the bench. Ryan Bowen committing his fourth foul. Some stat line on McGrady, who had that 48-point game last Thursday against Dallas. Since then, only 7 of 23, 7 of 19, but has shown some signs here tonight. And his deflected out. Last touch by Rose. It'll be Houston ball. He did have the game-winning shot, scored the winning basket against the 76ers, despite that 7 for 23.
What a great interview at halftime with Craig Sager. And Craig asked him if Bruce Bowen bothers him. He says, yeah, he's a pest, but he's, he doesn't let Bowen get under his skin like a lot of other players do. He just competes and keeps an even keel about it.
Bruce has to really feel good. Sean Elliott, who does the color commentary in San Antonio, refers to him as a roach. Here's Yao. Now you call him a pest. Oh no, that was Tracy.
Is he a pest or a roach? Which I guess could be one or the same.
Game is tied at 60. Duncan draws the foul. Duncan, double teamed on that drive, is hit by Soren.
Watch the footwork here for Tim Duncan. Well, inside reverse pivot, fake, and then here he gets fouled going up. Not a whole lot of contact, but gets the benefit of the call. And it's a move that Alonzo Mourning used to like to move, a little inside reverse pivot and then fake and try to use that speed and length to get past his defender.
Duncan shooting so well at the line. He's now 7 of 8 at the foul line last night, 10 of 14. So he's really picked it up. Along with those numbers, 6 blocked shots, which is season high for Duncan. San Antonio overall with 11 rejections. That is a season high. Most blocked shots in a game this year by an individual player, 9. Theo Ratliff and Marcus Camby each had 9 block shot games.
It's amazing, isn't it? A guy like Duncan, this is probably one of his worst games of the year, and his line is still terrific.
Duncan on the box out. San Antonio with the ball up by 2. Rose rejected by Yao Ming. Here comes Soren. It's a 3-on-2. McGrady. Ball was deflected. And a foul on Taylor.
Well, a rare fast break in this game. Soren with a nice pass, but Spurs great transition defense, getting back just in time to bother that layup attempt by McGrady, and that's Tim Duncan right there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why the Spurs lead the league in field goal percentage defense year after year.
And that was block number 7 by Duncan. Rockets now over the foul limits of San Antonio, shooting penalty the last 6 minutes of this game. Devin Brown, solid free throw shooter, 81% last year. Devin Brown also spent some time with the Denver Nuggets, played in the USDL, and as we discussed earlier, the Development League. So he's made the rounds, and he has worked himself into a very solid part of Greg Popovich's rotation.
Really taking minutes from Brent Barry, who I think everybody agreed in the summer that Barry would be a huge addition to this club. And I think he still will be eventually. But right now, Devin Brown is just playing so well that he's taking minutes away from Bones, as they call him.
Brent Barry only 8 minutes of playing time thus far tonight, just 6 minutes last night against his former team, the Seattle Sonics. 22nd timeout is called by the Rockets. San Antonio Spurs last year went 57-25, second in the West, a game behind Minnesota. Playoffs, they swept Memphis, then lost to the Lakers in 6 in the Western Conference semifinals. Lakers ending the Spurs season for the 3rd time the past 4 years. You look at San Antonio off to the 16-4 start this year. Lakers came back last season from that 0-2 deficit, won 4 straight. Derek Fisher's desperation shot, game 5, turning that series around.
Maybe the greatest finish to a playoff game in the history of this NBA. Remember Tim Duncan knocking down that wild shot from the top of the circle just a second before Fisher hit his.
Just under 6 minutes remaining on the floor. Air ball from Taylor. And last touch by the Spurs. So Houston maintains possession with 10 on the shot clock. And now a timeout is called. San Antonio upset with that call. 6-0 run by the Spurs. They lead by 4. Timeout taken.
Is it the people? Get on your knees. The plot twists?
Then why did you kill her?
Or is it that sound? See what makes Law & Order television's best drama. Tomorrow night, starting at 7 on TNT.
Congratulations! You've launched the pink slip virus. Your office is now infected. They'll soon trace it back to you. Good luck finding a new job.
Want to get away? Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $149 internet specials to 59 destinations nationwide.
You are now free to move about the country.
Okay, open. Just slip a sable under the tree for me.
It's great, right? Honey?
Sometimes the best part of giving is the thank you you'll be receiving. The Unwrap at Jaguar holiday sales event is on now. See your local Jaguar dealer for exceptional lease and finance offers.
Now, get ready to roll with this. Blade Trinity, rated R. Now playing.
When you're a Kringle, you're born into a family that's more, diverse than most. That's why I'm big on these Best Buy gift cards. Everyone's happy. There's only one Kris Kringle. For the rest of us, there's Best Buy.
The NBA on TNT, brought to you by Jaguar. Sometimes the best part of giving is the thank you you'll be receiving. Visit your local Jaguar retailer during the Unwrap a Jaguar holiday event. By IBM, making on-demand business a reality for companies around the world. By Blade Trinity, starring Wesley Snipes, Jessica Biel, Ryan Reynolds, now playing. And by Verizon Wireless.
Well, Greg Popovich and the Spurs very upset about this call that went against San Antonio just a moment ago off the battle for a loose ball.
It looks like Bowen comes in and knocks it away as Devin Brown was sort of attempting to box him out, but close call. A lot of times if you hustle the way Bowen does, you're going to get the benefit of a call now and then.
Well, the ball back to Houston. Ryan Bowen. And here is McGrady. 5.5 remaining in this fourth quarter. Spurs 64, the Rockets 60.
And that's why the Rockets desperately need shooters to put around McGrady and Yao Ming. McGrady with a great penetration, but Ryan Bowen, not really the shooter you need out on the floor to really complement McGrady.
Shot clock is down to 1. Brown just did get it away. Once again, an excellent defensive possession by the Rockets. Brady, he played now by Devin Brown. Brady with the step, getting it to Yao Ming. What a play by Tracy McGrady.
Great penetration and then a nice finish by Yao up and over the outstretched arm of Tim Duncan, who, as you mentioned, already has 7 blocks tonight.
23 points for Yao Ming. San Antonio by 2. Now Patrick defending on Duncan with help. Parker, Brown, shot clock, down to 2 and a foul. Foul on Sura, and that is number 5.
Now Tracy McGrady, we know he can put the ball on the floor, we know he can get to the rim, and draw help, and then the beautiful dump to Yao Ming, and that's why McGrady is so good. He can get anywhere on the floor that he wants, and he can also rise up and knock down a 3-point shot.
Brown is 3 for 3 at the line. He has 11 points. San Antonio on Saturday night will be back home for the Cavaliers, going up against LeBron James and those Cleveland Cavaliers. And then next Wednesday night home for Orlando. They play 6 of their next 8 at home.
Finally getting a break here as Paget misses the 18-footer, but Spurs have had 2 sets of games now where they played 7 games in 10 days. Coaching staff telling me they haven't had a chance to practice now for weeks.
Duncan off the double team. Rebounded by Duncan. It counts in the foul.
Now it's been a frustrating night for Tim Duncan, but he's staying with it. You see again the missed jump hook that he usually makes, but he follows it up, gets the rebound, and then Paget with the reach in. Tim Duncan now looking for his 23rd point.
10-2 run by the Spurs. Duncan is 8 of 9 at the line. And he's got it down. If he is able to continue this kind of free throw success, we are, as you mentioned earlier, we're going to see points added to that average.
Yeah, such a huge facet of his game. Just like Shaquille O'Neal, you know, he's going to go to the line so often that if he put that percentage up there, it means a lot of points.
Well, Barrett with a good idea as he tried to get it to Yao Ming, but it's a Houston turnover. This the biggest lead of the night. San Antonio by 7.
And ultimately you wonder, can Houston score enough to win this game? But 7 points in this game seems more like 20 to Jeff Van Gundy.
And to make matters worse, they're without one of their scorers, Jim Jackson. Even with Jim Jackson in the lineup, this team struggles to score. Nice move by Devin Brown. Spurs now lead at 71-62.
What an addition. This young man has got 14 points now, 3 rebounds, making all the right plays. Plays very much under control, tough defender.
And again, a pass intended for Yao. Goes astray. Rockets take a timeout. A 13-2 run for the Spurs. They now lead by 9 with 3:10 to play in this 4th quarter. Devin Brown going glass.
Okay, open.
Just slip a sable under the tree for me.
It's great, right? Honey?
Sometimes the best part of giving is the thank you you'll be receiving. The Unwrap a Jaguar holiday sales event is on now. See your local Jaguar dealer for exceptional lease and finance offers.
This place is a palace. Ours is a pit. Really nice offices.
Merci.
Our computers are bigger.
Our computers are smaller.
Smaller.
And they're twice as fast as the old ones.
Twice as fast. How'd you get those?
We dumped the big old ones on the New York office. Which office are you guys from?
We're from the New
Jersey.
Big productivity, small size. The IBM Ultra Small Desktop, featuring the Intel Pentium 4 processor with HD technology.
Monday.
Get hooked on Charter on Demand with Charter Digital or call 1-888-GET-CHARTER. Now in the I Want More category this holiday season, find deliciously simple cooking ideas from craftfoods.com. Like how to grill and carve a turkey, make blushing pears, tuxedo strawberries, and white chocolate raspberry swirl cheesecake. Go to Charter on Demand channel 999 and look for the I Want More category for great cooking ideas from craftfoods.com. Click on it today.
AIDS has killed more children worldwide than there are in all the grade schools in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Washington, Atlanta, and Miami combined. The time to do something is now.
The ring must be destroyed.
Experience the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring.
Cannot do this alone.
3 nights in a row. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Starting tomorrow night at 8, only on TNT.
Now it's time for the Marines' teamwork play of the game. Spurs have become an excellent passing team, Marv. You'll see Tony Parker sees that Duncan isn't open. He moves the ball on. Duncan seals Juwan Howard, and Rasho Nesterovic finds him with the beautiful bounce pass. San Antonio, Marv, now has 18 assists on their 25 hoops. I think this is their best passing team that they've had in years. The addition of Beno Udrih has helped. Manu Ginobili, of course, and I think the renewed attention to moving the ball from Tony Parker has been huge for this club.
Just under 3 minutes remaining in the fourth. Here's Brown again. Kevin Brown, 6 of 9. He has 16 points.
Well, he's the go-to guy. I mean, they call plays for him coming out of the timeout. This guy's on fire right now.
McGrady, and it's tipped home. Yao Ming will get credit. I don't know. Might have been Tim Duncan inadvertently put it there.
Looks like Duncan. He can't make one at the other end, but he can make one for Houston tonight.
Here's Brown showing confidence, but rejected by Yao Ming. Our statistician Brian Taylor pointing out that Houston started the fourth quarter with those 4 quick points by McGrady. They have only 4 points since then, the last 8 minutes. It's been a 15-2 run for San Antonio.
You know the song out there? Hey, hey, hey! It's Fred Albert! Hey, hey, hey! Watch me play. Now this one is going through the rafters, and before it hits the bottom of the net, I will have filled out my official NBA All-Star ballot. Throw it down, big man. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. What did I say?
Send your favorite players to NBA All-Star 2005 in Denver. Watch all the action live February 20th on TNT.
The passage is intense. But if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Coming up next, Game 2 of TNT's Thursday night doubleheader. Boston Celtics, Portland Trail Blazers, followed by Inside the NBA. So these guys, well, they were passing the ball around. I don't see Kenny giving it up to Charles.
They never passed much during their careers, did they?
2:23 to go in the fourth. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, Craig Sager were at the Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. And San Antonio looking to bounce back after the loss at home to the Sonics last night. Trying to make it 9 of the last 10. That's a 24-second violation.
Smart play by the Rockets and Jeff Van Gundy in particular. Popovich calls the timeout, sets up a play. Rockets come out in his own defense, and it's a tactic that has worked quite well in this league. A lot of teams set up a play to go against a man-to-man. They come out and see the zone, and everything they learned in the timeout is for naught.
Andre Barrett. These guys cannot score. Yao Ming 4 of 6 from the field in the second half. The rest of the Rockets 5 for 26. Make it 5 for 27 off the missed jumper and the missed tip.
Now the Spurs have done this to a lot of people. Houston can't feel too badly about it, but certainly you got to shoot better than 31% if you're going to win a game.
Rose was rejected, able to recover. Shot clock to 5. Here's Bowen for 3. It's a 3-on-1. Sur pulls up for the 3 and comes up short. And the Rockets are hearing it from the crowd now.
Yes, they are. Well, they need Jim Jackson, but they probably need more than that. Of course, Charlie Ward on the shelf with a knee injury. He's an excellent three-point shooter. They've got to find a way to surround their big 2 with some shooters.
Foul is called on Yao Ming. Houston Rockets on the way to dropping to 8 and 12. They're playing game 3 of a long homestand, 6-game stand in a stretch, playing 9 of 10 at home, while San Antonio on their way to going to 17 and 4. Big clubs around the NBA. San Antonio, Seattle at 16 and 3 coming into tonight's play. Phoenix at 16 and 3.
Remember what Greg Popovich said to us today? He said, Seattle and Phoenix have been the two teams that have played most like themselves. They've done the best job of being who they are. And he said, when we're good, when we win games, it's when we're being who we are. And that means defensive-minded and tough. And although their offense has been atrocious tonight, they have gotten after it defensively.
Yao Ming on the follow. 74-66. The Rockets' all-time low. Well, that will be surpassed tonight as Patrick is able to hit off the steal, and it's a 6-point game. On 3 occasions, they had scored 66 points. And now the Rockets have 68. And they're down 6 with 47 seconds left.
Hey, 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 it's fun over. Hey, 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 watch me play. Now this one is going through the rafters, and before it hits the bottom of the net, I will have filled out my official NBA All-Star ballot. Throw it down, big man. Okay. Hey, 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 what did I say?
Send your favorite players to NBA All-Star 2005 in Denver. Watch all the action live February 20th on TNT.
IBM game breaker Ernie Johnson in Studio A in Atlanta. Paul Pierce still a game-time decision. He's been sick this week, ran a fever of 104.
Ernie's on the court. That means he's going to play.
Thank you very much, Kenny. That looks like the game-time decision has been made in Kenny's mind. Meantime, good game they got going on in Dallas. Antonio Daniels swiped by Marquise Daniels, and that cuts the gap. We'll keep you updated on that game. Back to Marv.
All right, 47.3 to go in this fourth quarter. San Antonio with a 74-68 lead. You see timeouts remaining. San Antonio 2 left. Rockets have 1 full timeout. And the foul is called. So Rockets over the foul limit. It is on McGrady. That's only his first. San Antonio huddled up, chatting with head coach Greg Popovich, and the officials say, guys, come out to the floor. You got to play.
Well, Popovich is furious. They didn't run the play that he had designed, and then Manu Ginobili with the dangerous cross-court pass that was very nearly intercepted by Houston.
Kevin Brown 5 for 5 at the line. He now has 17 points.
85% free throw shooter.
And it looks like Greg Popovich is upset with Manu Ginobili. That's what that discussion was about.
Now, they did not get that play correct out of the timeout, and Popovich obviously upset with Manu.
Here's McGrady for 3. 35 seconds to go. They look to foul. And Sora picks up number 6. Jeff Van Gundy wanted the Rockets to foul Duncan, despite the fact that he's had the hot hand at the line and has improved his free throw shooting. He'd rather see Duncan at the foul line.
Well, and they could have gotten Parker, too, who's just 68% this year. So, if you got Bruce Bowen on the floor, the one guy they didn't want to foul was Devin Brown.
Brown with 10 points, 10 of his 18 in the fourth quarter, and 6 of 6 at the line here in the fourth quarter. And Greg Popovich sending Manu Ginobili back into the game with 31.9 remaining. Spurs up by 5.
This has been a harrowing scene for the Spurs for many games the last few years. 5-6-point lead, going to the foul line, just trying to hang on to victories. They've been one of the worst foul shooting teams in the NBA the last several years. They're up to 26th this year, which is an improvement, Marv.
Devin Brown continues to hit at the line. And the Spurs now lead by 7. Rockets looking for a quick shot. Bowen is all over McGrady. Foul is picked up. A potential 4-point play. Tracy McGrady from downtown. And Tim Duncan could not get out of the way. He's called for the foul.
Wow. What a shot by McGrady. You'll see the screen by Yao Ming, which forces Duncan to help, and he just draws the contact and somehow gets it to go. Incredible shot by T-Mac.
So McGrady to the line where he has hit on 3 of 3, looking for point number 27 and looking to complete a 4-point play.
Houston has to deny Devin Brown the ball. He's made 4 in a row now. Spurs will call a timeout to try to set something up, but it's now a 1-possession game. Amazing.
24 3/10 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. The Rockets getting back into it.
This holiday, discover the magic at Radio Shack. And this weekend only, get red-hot deals during our sizzling weekend sale. Like a 5-megapixel Kodak EasyShare digital camera, only $279.99. Movie fans will love a new DVD player, only $34.99 after rebate. And talk about a nice gift, this 5.8 gigahertz digital expandable cordless phone is just $49.99. Sizzling deals on gifts this weekend, right in your neighborhood.
Only at Radio Shack.
K-Swiss, a classic remix.
Put your spin on it.
New colors.
For right now.
Here's the new spin. Turn it up.
Keep it smooth. K-Swiss Classics.
This is my groove.
Put your spin on it.
A different vibe.
A new beat. Spin it like this.
Spin on it.
I keep it classic.
My K-Swiss.
Put your spin on it. K-Swiss.
It has been an adventurous finish for the San Antonio Spurs with 49 seconds remaining. This was a 10-point San Antonio lead, 74-64. We're down to 24 seconds, and it's a 3-point game. So within 25 seconds, the Rockets able to get back into this.
And it's amazing because they couldn't score 10 points in a quarter most of this game. They were struggling to get anything to go, and all of a sudden, in a panic, they find a way to get something going. Now, the Spurs have 1 timeout left. They brought Brent Berry into the game to shoot free throws, and they're going to try to get the ball to Devin Brown, who's 4 for 4 here.
All right, Barry inbounds into the backcourt to use some time. Parker chased by McGrady. Now Brown. And a foul is finally given. Houston has been over the limit for the last 6 minutes of this fourth quarter. It is on Paget.
Greg Popovich letting Devin Brown have it because he's saying, you've hit 4 in a row, son. Don't throw the ball to Tim Duncan in this situation. And now, even though Duncan has been on the mark tonight at 10 for 12 from the line, you've got a guy who doesn't feel overly comfortable in this situation.
On the season, 65%, which is a dramatic improvement from last year when he was at 59, and he's receiving the treatment from the crowd. 16 seconds remaining. Spurs now lead by 4.
Great job by Duncan just to settle in and trust his stroke and knock down that shot. Houston with 1 timeout left. We'll see how they play this.
Galvin returns. Bruce Bowen is back. Duncan 11 of 13 at the line. Clutch free throw shooting by Tim Duncan, and Jeff Van Gundy will use his final timeout. 16 and 2/10 seconds remaining. 5-point San Antonio lead.
For the kids?
Yeah, I just got them some sweaters.
I just got us all on the Verizon Wireless Family Share Plan with M. That way they can talk to their friends all they want. Good luck with that.
Good luck with this.
Sign up for the Family Share Plan and the whole family can make unlimited in-calls to each other and any other Verizon Wireless customer from within the America's Choice coverage area. Plus, buy 1 LG VX3200 for $19.99 and get up to 3 free.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Tonight in Game 2 on TNT NBA Thursday, watch Celtics versus Blazers and play along on the ESPN NBA 2K5 video game. Celtics Blazers after Spurs Rockets on TNT NBA Thursday.
Well, Steve, the Spurs not noted for their efficiency at the free throw line in recent years. Doing it at the line in this fourth quarter. They've hit 14 of 15. Thanks to Devin Brown and Tim Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan did an excellent job there. He's not the guy who's accustomed to shooting those shots, but knock him down. And now, if you're Houston, it's a two-possession game. You need a 3 and a 2 in some combination. So I would expect Van Gundy to get McGrady the ball, and for the Spurs, make him go to the rim, get the deuce, and then take your chances at the foul line again.
Reece Gaines has checked in, so it's Yao Ming, Scott Padgett, Tracy McGrady up front, Reece Gaines, and Andre Barrett in the backcourt. Barrett will throw in. 16.2 to go in the fourth. And Barrett can't find anybody. They have no timeouts remaining. Finally gets it in to McGrady. McGrady over Bowen for 3. Yes! Yes! Tracy McGrady cuts it to a 2-point lead. And timeout taken by San Antonio. And that was close to another potential 4-point play. Bowen was all over McGrady. Timeout San Antonio. 11.2 to go in the fourth quarter.
Watch Law & Order weeknights starting at 7 only on TNT.
Hello, children. 'Twas a night before Christmas, and all through the house, T.O.'s the best receiver in the NFL. I know that don't rhyme, but y'all know it's true. And out on the hardwood, what else do we know? When Ben Wallace jams it, you must fear the throw. Check out that slap shot, Martin, St. Louis, while Josh Childress is driving and popping the 3. With me up in Philly, the Eagles take flight. 'Tis the season for giving. For receiving's, all right.
This season, give ESPN 2K5 video games. Rated E for everyone.
Mr. Ocean, what are we stealing?
If you want to be the perfect thief,
I want my money back.
you've got to look the look.
The next time I see you, I'm arresting you.
Oh. Talk the talk.
That means it's yes. Well, you better get it.
And walk the walk.
Otherwise, you're wasting your time and his. And ours. And his.
Ocean's 12.
So, how'd it go?
Rated PG-13. Starts tomorrow at a theater near you.
In the last 38 seconds, Houston has scored 14 points. They've outscored the Spurs 14-6. And this a moment ago.
Well, they almost didn't get the ball in, and now you've got the best defender in the game on McGrady. How does he hit this? Bowen not wanting to pick up the foul. And McGrady amazingly somehow gets it to go. It's a 2-point game.
And a good job by Andre Barrett. They had no timeouts left, close to a 5-second count, but got the ball inbound, so 11.2 to go in this fourth quarter. San Antonio now clinging to a 2-point lead. They've led by as many as 11. Yao Ming on the inbounds, trying to make things difficult for Brent Barry. Gets it in. Devin Brown lost it. Here comes McGrady. No timeouts remaining. McGrady for the win. Yeah! 1.7 to go. San Antonio with no timeout. Here's Parker, and the Rockets steal a game from the Spurs. Tracy McGrady with an incredible performance down the stretch, including a 4-point play. Tracy McGrady with 33 points.
The Texas Showdown continues this Saturday.
San Antonio had won 7 straight against Houston, and it's all McGrady scoring the last 13 for the Rockets. 13 points in 33 seconds.
And he never had a doubt that he was going to pull up from 3 and go for the win, and why not? Unbelievable. All those people who left, Marv, they're driving home in their cars right now wondering, what were we thinking?
Well, we were wrapping it up for San Antonio.
But we had to stay.
An astounding finish. The Rockets pull it out. Let's go to Craig and Tracy McGrady.
Well, T-Mac, points were so hard to come by in this game. Suddenly you put up 13 in the past 45 seconds. What was going on out there?
Just trying to do anything possible, get a shot up. And situations like that, best player got to step up and try to make plays. And shots was falling for me at the end. I don't know how I got him off because Bruce Bowen is a pest on the defensive end. but, you know, my will just took over and was knocking down shots for me.
Down by double digits in the final minute. Was it the 4-point play that you made when Duncan fouled you on the 3 that made you feel, hey, we can actually win this thing?
You know what? That's what gave me confidence. When I knocked down that 4-point play, he gave me confidence to just do it again. Anytime I got the ball in my hand in any room that I got to get up a shot, I was going to let it go.
But still, you guys are so far behind. They had the ball a few seconds. They turn it over. How did you get the ball, and what were you thinking?
Well, we were supposed to just trap and go for a steal. Unfortunately, fortunate enough, the guy slipped. Ball came right to me, and the only thing I was thinking about, I didn't want to tie the game, so I was thinking about getting up a 3. Got it up, ball game. I never been a part of anything like this, so you got to excuse me.
All right, well, I hope you get your chance to get to look at the replay, but that's why you're the NBA scoring champ.
I appreciate it, Kurt.
Back to you, Marv.
Thank you, Craig. That was a gutsy shot by Tracy McGrady for the game winner. He went for the win. It was 74-64 with 52 seconds remaining. Houston with a 17-6 run in the last 52 seconds to pull it out. Thanks to our producer, Scooter Bertino, our director, Renardo Lowe, statistician, Brian Taylor. For Craig Sager, Steve Kerr, and our entire crew, Marv Albert saying goodnight from Houston. Following a quick break, we'll take you to Portland for the Celtics and the Blazers.
From Phillips comes the only flat